So Jonathan, bro, 5K plus 3.3K rev share in 3 days, pushing for like a 10K week, bro. How does it fucking feel? Tell us about it, man.
Yeah, bro. Feels good. Feels good.
Nice.
Kind of overwhelming as well, because suddenly it's like getting closest back to back like every day. It's kind of crazy, bro.
It's one of those like boohoo situations, right? It's like
Yeah,
I'm making too much money,
yeah.
bro. Like, damn, life sucks, you know? But yeah, man, tell us, bro. Like, what do you do, and like, what niche do you work with, man?
Yeah. So I run a agency in the construction niche, mostly like modelers. So I run meta ads for them, do some like landing page stuff, all of that. Um, so basically an SMMA. So
Nice, bro. Nice. And what did your business kind of look like before you joined Quantum, man? Like, how many calls were you booking? Like, how much were you making on an average month? And most importantly, bro, like, how much time were you spending in the back end?
yeah, so I was probably at around like 10K a month or so, but like my structure was fucked. Like I was the only one on backend. I was pretty much the only person in the whole business besides the setter. So I took sales calls. I did all the go high level stuff. I did all the ads, all of that stuff. So it was kind of messy.
Nice, man. And like, on average, how many appointments would you say you were like booking every single week, every single month?
I would say maybe like safe to say like 10 a week or so, maybe like max.
Nice, bro. So to me, it kind of sounds like, like you were already in a pretty good position like before. Because like, a lot of people would love to be in a situation where they're booking 10 appointments, right? So in that time, you were spending a lot of time in the back and you didn't have anyone there. So what was the bottleneck that was kind of keeping you from actually hiring someone? Or like did that thought didn't like not even cross your mind?
I think like a huge thing was just overall kind of the limiting belief that no one could do it like good enough. So then like client results would dip and it would cause more chaos. And to be honest, like I just didn't have any idea on like where to start, where to even find the people for the roles, like what roles to even hire in the first place. So I was just kind of lost in those.
Nice, man. And did you know anything about like SOPs and SLAs, KPIs? Like, was anything predictable? Like, did you have any systems?
No, it was honestly just like fucking messy. Like I didn't even have any like client tracking, no like tracking for my agency, no numbers, no KPIs, nothing. So I was basically just, blind. So
Nice. And like, what was, most importantly, right? Like, I'd say the main difference for me as well, Theo as well, right, is that the only difference between the version of me that's, that was at 10K versus the version of me that's like at 50K is mindset, you know? And I think people really don't understand how important mindset is. So like, what would you say was like the biggest difference in your mindset now versus where you were at when you were at 10K?
I think like I had a lot of, limiting beliefs, of course, especially with the hiring, all of that stuff. And overall, just, like scarcity mindset and all of that stuff. I was kind of afraid to spend and I was like kind of stuck on the same cycle of, being the same person, like as pretty much always. Like that's what was like kind of keeping me of growing, quicker. So I was growing super, super slow. And I think that like I didn't like think that I was gonna be able to grow even quicker than that. So I had a bunch of like limiting beliefs around scaling and like a bunch of stuff.
Gotcha. And did that affect kind of other parts of your life as well, or was that mainly just a business thing?
Yeah, for sure, other parts as well. Like I was way less confident in like a bunch of other stuff, and
How was your
yeah,
dating
it
life, bro?
was just.
How's your dating life, bro? Let's get
I was
straight into it, bro.
actually.
Let's get straight into it.
No, I was actually in a relationship. It was kind of cooked, so it was kind of shit. But yeah, that has definitely changed. I was kind of a bit scared and not like confident enough, and like didn't really know like value. Didn't really think like I'm the guy and all of that stuff. I was kind of shy boy and all of that.
Nice. And do you think that shift you had in the dynamic between like the masculine and the feminine, do you think that even affected yourself in business? Like maybe in closing, maybe in like leading your team? Did that kind of transfer over as well?
No, yeah, yeah, for sure. Like a big thing as well, like with closing, because I started like chasing or like stopped like chasing, you know, clients and stopped chasing closes like much like call me all day, like begging to pay, and I'm like contemplating if I need to want to even sign these people on, because you know they're a bit annoying or whatever, and then they just you know they chase me essentially. So like that's one thing I would say.
So was it weird when like you stopped chasing the clients, you actually made more money? Like when that started
Yeah, yeah.
happening, was how did you feel, bro? Like what was going through your head at that time?
It was just weird, you know. Like first I wasn't as you know conscious about it because like you know obviously when I started closing more deals, I didn't need to you know close as bad. I didn't have like the mindset of you know oh shit I need this deal, which you know then it kind of you know subconsciously transferred into that, and then I became like conscious of it, like oh shit like you know I'm not even trying on the sales calls. I'm closing way more. So like then it just became conscious, and then you know I've been kind of consciously doing it as well as you know I just don't really like care if I get the deal or not on a sales call, for example. So
Nice, nice. So like where are you at now, bro? Like in terms of let's go step by step here, bro. Like what's your team looking like right now?
yeah, so backend is pretty much you know all dialed in. So I don't really like soon I'm gonna not have to touch fulfillment myself. And also like right now, as we are starting you know with the paid ads and all of that stuff here in just a day or two, I'm just gonna be pretty much taking like the sales calls with my setter, taking the intro calls and all of that stuff, like highly qualified sales calls. So it's fairly like gonna be like only like closing and maybe some like kind of client communication stuff still from
Nice.
like now and there. So
And how many ad accounts are you currently handling, bro?
I think it's like 25 to 30 or so might be.
So let's say you were Jonathan from before we started working together, right? How the fuck would you have handled 25 ad accounts? Cocaine, bro. Now I'm
I don't
kidding.
know, bro. It would have just been so fucking messy. Like, I don't know, the results would have just been shit for all the clients. I wouldn't have had any time for sales myself because I would just be stressing about the results. And yeah, would have just been like a bad cycle
Nice.
back then. So,
So right now you're even more comfortable of scaling, right? You're at that point, would you say?
no, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. It doesn't like, you know, the thought of, you know, even double the clients or whatever doesn't like scare me at all. Because, you know, I remember when I like started getting some motion in, like even after every two closes or so, I was like low-key like panicking, like, oh shit, now I have two more clients to handle, you know, like two more clients to be pissed off at me, essentially. So,
Nice, nice. It's so right now, bro. Like, what would you say? You know what? Let's take it back from business as well. Like your overall life, bro. Because you know, to me personally, when the stress of scaling dipped, I actually my relationships got better. Like not just with, you know, not just with women, but like with family, with myself. I had more time to think, you know. So like your overall life, like has that even like, of course it's gotten better, but how better has it gotten since you know, since you made your first few hires, since you started doing your first few SOPs?
yeah, a lot better, you know, like because now as I know I have you know team besides me that I don't need to worry about everything. So also have you know more time to myself, more time to my family, friends, all of that stuff. So I can be more present. I don't need to be like thinking about business just like 24/7 and like getting fucking like pissed off when I see an angry client text me all of a sudden when I'm with my mom or something, you know. So it's it's way better, you know. I don't need to think about that stuff like 24/7. I can just be more chill when I'm not working, you know.
Nice,
And I
bro.
think that's been a big thing.
Nice,
So
nice. And like, what would you say is like your current direction and trajectory, bro? Like, what's the goal for the first quarter? Let's say end of March, like realistically, from you know, from the pace that you're currently headed at, making a few more hires, you know, like locking down a few more SOPs, you know, standardizing parts of the fulfillment. Where realistically can you see yourself in like 2 months?
like I would say at least like 50K a month or so. Like
Easily,
there's no way. Yeah.
easily. Like the amount of appointments you're booking, you know, it's like, I think you sent us a fucking message a few days ago. You just woke up in the morning and your setter just closed the deal.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. I was eating. I was eating actually. I didn't even remember my setter was on the call with anyone. Then I just get like a 2K notification.
Look at that, bro. Eating food, making 2K. Like, could you even imagine that
Because,
before, bro?
yeah, yeah, bro. I used to fight for like $500 deals.
Exactly.
So,
Man, life changes, bro. And like, what do you think quantum, like after you joined quantum, right? Like, what do you think it's helped you the most with, man? Like, yeah, like what do you think it's helped you the most with?
I think like, well, obviously, all the business stuff, all the hiring stuff, all the backend stuff, like pretty much every part of the business. But, obviously all of the mindset stuff and like all of the things unrelated to business as well. Those have well helped a lot, all the mindset module things and, like the one-on-one calls where we talk about, the stuff unrelated to, like business, women mindset, just overall life. It's been huge. So,
It's really interconnected, don't you think? Like everything is so
no, yeah, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, man. So like what would you say to someone that's kind of on the fence right now about joining quantum?
I would say like do it, of course, you won't regret it. That's for sure. Like you're gonna scale like fucking crazy.
Nice,
So
nice, man. Well, appreciate your time, Jonathan. Bro, like I know in the next few months you're easily fucking hitting those Ks, especially after the last call that we had, about properly setting up some SOPs. It's I feel like even when me and Theo get to hop on a call with you, we don't even feel like we're talking to a mentee. It just feels like we're talking to a brother, bro.
yeah.
So that's the dynamic that we personally like as well. And to anyone watching this, if you're this deep in the funnel, what are you doing, man? Like Jonathan, yeah, man. So Theo, you got anything to say as well, bro?
Should be able to scale pretty fast here for sure. Definitely like once we're pivoting into ads now as well, scaling that up, focusing on that should be pretty huge. See some exponential results. So yeah, I think we both pretty much have like a very clear roadmap in our mind on like where the business is gonna go, in terms of like what hires needs to go next when you hit certain levels, stuff like that too. So yeah, I think we're off to a good good motion right now.
Beautiful, bro.
Sure.
And Jonathan, any last words to end it off?
No, just appreciate everything, guys, and we're just gonna scale 2026. So
Let's fucking get
looking
it.
forward to that.
Let's fucking get it.